Start.
Good afternoon. Today we are meeting here to talk about the Matiechem Fest, which is being organized on Sunday, 2nd of October at Pilen. This fest is part of the series that we have been having, Matiechem Fest, Ponsache Fest, Kaduche Fest, Ameche Fest, Rapon Karache Fest, Gumtache Fest. All these festivals we have had in different places. For example, the Matiechem Fest is very popular in Sukkur. This year it was held at Madkai, at Peaceful Society. The Rapon Karache Fest was held in Benauli first, then later on in Arambol. And now we are having the Matiechem Fest in Pilen for the first time the festival to talk about our soil. Amchi Tamdi Mati, Gochi Mati Amchalda Tuleta. And the thing that we have promoted also is the gumot, which also is made out of the clay of the earth and used by all religions, whether it is Gumtachi Arti at the Ganesh Chaturthi, or whether it is the Mando, or whether it is the Kulmi dance, or it is the Zagor, the gumot is used. So that is something that we have promoted through the fest and got it recognition as the heritage folk cultural instrument of Goa, notified in the official gazette in December of 2019. So this fest has been promoting things, not only the revival of the gumot, but also the tradition of people coming together as a community, irrespective of religion, in a village and celebrating a festival or an event. Now all these events are without chief guest and they are without a sponsor, they are crowd-funded. We have a box being kept over there where you can put in your money, whatever you feel is your contribution. But most of the things, the entire event is for you for free. If you were to employ an event management committee, maybe you would have paid a few lakhs as is done for the festivals run by the government. But this is being done for the love of Goa, for the community. So we have the Goito Festacar, Maurice Fernandez, who will be curating the event. And anchoring the event is Gwendolyn the Ornelas, who is a linguist and a language teacher. And Father Derek Fernandez, who is a minister of St. John Baptist Church in Pilen, who has activated the youth and trained them in many things with the help of Maurice and other volunteers, whether it is the molla, the weaving of the molla wind park, or whether it is to make some refreshments or other skills in event management, and they will also be presenting a play in Konkani on that day. So to talk more about it, we have the main people leading the event, Marius, Gwendolyn and Father Derek.
Thank you very much, Miguel. Welcome everyone. So this is going to be our 56th festival in Goa, a People's Festival. And we thank Father Derek for inviting us to the beautiful village of Pilan, which is in Bardes. This is going to be a power-packed festival with many, many new things, new ideas at this fest. The festival will start at 10 o'clock at the Pilan Panchayat. So everybody will be welcome to come and join us. The festival starts at 10 with the brass band. There will be a flag march. On the way there will be street plays. It will be a festival like none other in Bardes. And over 300 volunteers from within Pilan are taking part. So once we start the festival, we formed a Pilan theatre group under Edma Barreto, one of the youth of the village. And that will be presented halfway through the Pilan Chipasway. From there, then we arrive at the church, start the festival, Matiechem Fest, exactly at 11 o'clock. For the first time, probably in Bardes, there are going to be street dances. So Goinchi Gireskai will be shown in the form of Goincha Poder, Nustekar, Render, many different dances and groups. New features at this festival are going to be, we formed the Pilan Brass Band. Yeah, there will be a brass band with a lot of people from Pilan involved. We are forming a band of the village called the Pilan Sunshine Band. We're going to have a planned art corner for young artists. We're going to, Father will be talking a bit later, we're going to form a new club in the village, a registered club called Pilan Social Art and Cultural Association. Another idea we're going to have is something called the Pilan Startup. We're going to launch five individuals from Pilan who want to start a new business. It might be selling something local like making soaps, spices. So that will be part of the festival called the Pilan Startup. Something else we are going to talk. So Pilan is unique in the sense that it's a beautiful green village, but not many people know about the history of the village. So we've got a renowned historian from Goa, Sir Prajal Sakadande, who will be coming to the fest, and it's Know Your Pilan. And the short interview called Bonkanjo Ghazali will be between Gwendolyn Deoplanish and Prajal Sakadande. Another thing that we're going to be having is Goa is famous for cuisine and food, but one of the most famous chefs in Goa is Chef Peter, who was very well known all around Goa for his various dishes. He will be having a workshop at the fest, doing a very famous old sweet of Goa called Wand. So he'll be part of the festival. We have musicians coming in from all over Goa. So one of the very, very famous musicians of Goa, Olav, he's a famous Goan pop star traveling around the world. He will be attending the fest, and we are going to have something called Gumtas or Nats. So he will be actually involved in the Gumtas and singing songs. We have a young lady from the village herself. She now will be doing the Zumba. So we're going to have something called Kotyo Zumba. Something new we're going to be introducing. And Ziba is her name. She will be doing Koti Zumba. Now many other things are, we have gone to the surrounding villages of Rej Bagus, Kandolim, Saligaon, and have roped in schools to come. So the schools will be coming and documenting the fest. So the future is, unless we have a documentation by students and young kids, we are going to lose all our history. So that's something very positive that's going to happen. Chepi Chicks is one of the schools which is nearby. They are going to be performing a mando at the festival. We are going to have Fugli groups taking part. We have the Pilan seminarians. They will be coming and they will be doing some choreo. Besides that, we will be having locally food. So the food are going to be cooked locally, village style, and will be served as the festival. So this festival is going to be zero waste. We talk about zero waste, the government's talking about zero waste. So we are supporting the government of Goa and government of India. Really, when we say zero waste, we do not want to see any plastic at the fest. So food will be available, but everybody will be invited to bring their plates, cups, and cutlery at the fest. They bring theirs, there's water, after they eat, they can wash and take it back. So when we say that, we are saying zero waste and we mean it. Another thing I want to talk quickly is about the Gumot. The Gumot has been notified as the state instrument of Goa 2019. Amazing news, one of the perhaps only mud instruments in the world. But what has the government done in 3 years to promote this instrument? So we as the people of Goa are going to promote and celebrate the 3rd birthday of the Gumot at the fest. So many things are going to be happening. Lots of people are involved, and we want everybody from Goa to come. This is the People's Festival. And to talk about women's empowerment, I hand over to my coordinator, Gwendolyn Deoplanish.
Thank you very much. And I'm honored and privileged to be a part of the first ever Matiechem Fest, which will be held in Pilan. I thank Marius Fernandez and Father Derek Fernandez to make me a part of this festival. I've been in Pilan for about 2 weeks now, interacted with the people, and what I have noticed is that the festival is women driven. All the women are participating, and most women are the driving force of the festival. It is women empowerment. So we have startups. We have about 7 stalls which are startups, and 5 of the stalls have been taken by the women. So there are stalls of plants, there there are stalls for soaps, candles, etc. Then we have the food. The food is cooked by women. All the villagers, the women, the elders, the youngsters getting together, cooking the food under the guidance of Chef Peter. So that's another way where women empowerment is at its core. We have performances by women. So this time we'll be having street dances, and the performers, choreographers are all women, mostly women. There are children where the women have empowered the children, giving them a boost and bringing them forward. So that's also driven by women. And the most important is we will have the first Goa Girls Gumot group, which will be launched at the festival. So this will be the women who are empowered will be performing with the Gumot. So we will have workshops which will be starting on the 26th, and I do request all the people to be present and to attend the Matiechem Fest, because this is your festival, the people's festival, and to promote the heritage, the culture, the traditions of Goa. Thank you very much.
We are celebrating 365 years of our parish. 365 years is a very significant number, because you know that it signifies the days in a year. And as I was planning the year, the activities, I thought of organizing a fest. And once I happened to visit Father Santan Carvalho when he was in Socorro, in his parish, and he handed over me this book of Marius, and I went through it, and all the feast of whatever is there in the book, and there was a number written. So I called him one day and said, as we are celebrating 365 years, I want to have a fest in our village. And that time he was organizing a fest in Mall de Goa, Matiechem Fest. And I, along with my youth, Edmo, we approached him. And the first thing he asked me is, what is special about Pilen? And I told him that there was a village which had potters, but most of the potters had to leave because of the Spanish flu. And some of the potters now are settled in Socorro, in Duler, and still they are called as Pilenkas. So immediately he came with the name Matiechem Fest. So that's the birth of our fest, Matiechem Fest. And we started the preparation in June itself. The date was fixed as 2nd October, being the feast of the Gandhi Jayanti also, and so also Sunday this time. So a lot of preparations have gone through, a lot of meetings, a lot of interactions, and one positive thing about this feast is it has brought the Hindus and all the people of other faith together. All are working towards this, and I see a great revival of a culture, of one culture which we have forgotten almost, and hope the fest that we started will continue. And one of the salient features of this fest is we are coming with a Thursday bazaar of Pilen, which is not there, because we know in every village there is a bazaar and there's a day. So in Pilen, there's a building coming up maybe in 2 years, and we hope to start with bazaar on Thursday, every Thursday, where it's a local empowerment where our own Pilenkas will be able to come and sell whatever they have or whatever they grow, whatever they cook or whatever they have. So this is one of the salient features, and I welcome every one of you for this fest. So once again, welcome to Pilen.